After successfully redefining Accra's skyline with the delivery of the signature apartment, Cape May Properties presents an exclusive unveiling of the tallest residential building in Ghana, offering a first look of Sultan Sky. Sultan Sky, a magnificent representation of the seamless fusion of quality, groundbreaking innovation, and pioneering architectural brilliance. An extraordinary structure set to reshape the concept of upscale living, thanks to its inventive attributes and unparalleled commitment to precision. This master-planned residential development will focus on the building's location, security, privacy, the design's aesthetic brilliance, elevated features in each living space, cutting-edge smart home technology, and amenities beyond imagination, with fantastic residential features which include 24-hour concierge service, a state-of-the-art fitness center, a floating tennis court, a floating swimming pool, a spa, a sky pool, a sky lounge, a movie theater, co-working spaces, kids zone, distinctive lifts for staff and deliveries, private gardens, chef's kitchen, expansive terraces, entertainment rooms, restaurant, and 24-hour security. Sultan Sky, a new perspective in the sky.
Hello, this is Lawyer Wisdom of Wismart Solicitors. Join me this and every Friday on OT TV from 8 to 9 p.m. for all your UK immigration matters. I hope to see you there. Thank you.
We get se mama na ade kwa koma na tap send se papa so tap send share se uni obi a bra person koma ni bibia you go for ya tede tap send wallet aba na wallet na aba no hwe enye wallet kuma eno an se wo die se wo so disca be kokora na enne ya se ikosu yi enumre ya sika bi oho bia send ko tap send wallet de so ebra wo pese wo yusu bia ewa wo dia eda ho maso ahwe aboa me eno an didi ni dwuma tap send e ma re say wallet.
Buy an interest-free home and pay within 36 months. Yes, Daimler Homes' new gold standard development, Houston Court, has just commenced, and you can own a unit now and pay within 36 months without any interest. Starting at 95,000, you can own an elegant apartment. And guess what? Discounts are available from now till end of May. To learn more, visit our website at daimlerhomesgh.com or call us on 0200 584 558. Daimler Homes, the elegance of living.
Tap send aba ama kwentufuo ya soma de enye jekoma me ankodru ma send enru ye bia we die se ma me na ade kwa koma na tap send se papa so tap send share se uni obi abra be so koma ni bibia UK for ya tede tap send wallet aba na wallet na aba no hwe enye wallet kuma eno an se wo die se wo so disca be kokora na enne ya nsese ikosu yi enumre ya sika bi oho bia send ko tap send wallet de so ebra wo pese wo yusu bia ewa wo dia eda ho maso ahwe aboa me eno an didi ni dwuma tap send e ma re fi say wallet.
Yo, adafunum yamamo ajo yamamo akwaba na nyumre nso biemu edeo eba jumede a ya friend say ask the lawyer and nyumre nso lawyer wisdom akaho ababeken ho on OT Media TV and inti sabre yenche yede lawyer ebebro na afe yahwe ene ensemo a ye bedi ho enkomo last week oma OT ase unyane ntie say Army recruitment 2024 koso na say Ghana for ye Commonwealth edie unye bi Ghana he qualifies to make an application ekwan ben eso enobetimi afa na waye application na ono nso say eba so timi qualify during that application process na watimi ebeba for assessment ehon kwan ni nyina no ene lawyer aba be kan ho a woni yen eba betwetwe ehon enkomo ene ntimi nche mamehwe advert baku inkwem eno na chino me the lawyer wisdom akaho e de bebro producer yemfa ad baku inkwem.
Hello, this is Lawyer Wisdom of Smart Solicitors. Join me this and every Friday on OT TV from 8 to 9 p.m. for all your UK immigration matters. I hope to see you there. Thank you.
Yo, Sabra Minio Casadia, Lawyer Wisdom Akaho from Smart Solicitors, Ababe Kenza. Lawyer, Yamuajo Muakwaba, and then you ray Adoba Jumadiso. Producer and Pacho Cheke, lawyer feeding no mame, or Casaba maintaining Kawa Hanamu. Lawyer, Bacho, I can see, sir, yeah, we be on. Enti Bacho Kasana mi hwese metunka. Producer Bacho check lawyer feeding the mommy. I can't hear him from here. Yeah. Lawyer
okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay now.
Yo, and I may swim or check and more problem.
O mami achi ana ajo.
I say a chiana ajo, ana.
I chia na ajo. Inti ebia na sabe o America inti na ya achi. Yo, and as I said, and then so when you're married, no about home, so if there is any update within the UK immigration rules now, I said, yes, so Bibi any one more dia, na yebitimi ako and a topic about Army the British Army Recruitment 2024.
Yo, thank you. Nana, me ubiase, it's here for Shapoina, yet ubiase send so yes, Abishia. In fact, Nana, this week I caught very fast for me, very, very fast for me. Already, this is the 9th of August. But then August comes to an end, and then the year is gone. But being a car says, you wrap Baba Banuma, just a year, the years come to an end. September, October, November, then December. Just not Baba Bano, not just a call. But thank God we are still here. Updates, UK updates. Now, Secretary of State and our Home Secretary recently, Miti said, now can say, immigration-wise, no, I'm for targeting younger, barber shops and car wash bases. Who said those areas now, money kratano, amuteme yejuma wapanti. The embezzlement catching would be assessed. Wouldn't say areas go where not you can avoid it. And now so we age more home poor and yet we can look sharp and I'll be smart. Say you want to say ukusi ma tokrubi and now we say see alarm blower now when baby I would and the barber shops no yeah na normally when I gather na ya bon komo kakra bia unko ufie you get bored but you go to the barber shop you run for whole much boys we share now them come but just be on the alert. Say, you don't get yourself into any problems. So when please be on the lookout. And a hairdresser salon and a car wash basis, no, so valeting for them. So when say, near my end for year, please be smart, be sharp. Let me put it that way. So that is for that information. And of course, if it's at the account was some, it's not automatic. Don't make the mistake by assuming that automatically the government or the Home Office is going to extend your leave for you. The e-visa has nothing to do with your Wasitna. Wasitna is your Asitna. You have to get the application in and sign visa level. So 1 year and the visa level, the e-visa is of no use. But application now, you can always do the e-visa. So let's take note of that. So please take note of this so that you don't get yourself into difficulty. Now, this week, Michelle will be na what's now come ha. Near na me application man me 2.5 years a man. And unfortunately, what's in the rate fee? The rate fee at the expire as far back as 2023. The book Sana employer grana. Normal employers up from two. So why didn't go? But employers when he said they trusted him so much, so they didn't really prompt him. They thought say by all means work for him. What sounds I didn't since 2023. It puts you in a very difficult position. And Timeka says, oh, 2.5 years needed. Please set a reminder. Please set a reminder. Every 3 months, every month in book. There are certain things that I have to do next 3 years. I have set reminders. Every month it reminds me. Because money also, and a lot of things are competing for your space, your brain space. So please set a reminder. Don't let your visa expire. Don't let your leave expire. If it expires, you go back and start the 10 years all over again. You don't want to do that. You don't want to waste 2.5 years. You don't want to waste 5 years before you go back to another 2.5 years and the 10 years. Yes, Remo. This is just for your information. So, and then last week, Michelle Boss said Nakasa about the UK Army, the recruitment process now. Now I actually said how to go about it. Now, so see, I make us say there is no recruitment going on, and now I make us say there is no recruitment going on. So the UK Army is currently not recruiting or accepting any recruits from any Commonwealth country. The recruitment is closed. As of today, I'm speaking. But in 10 days' time, and then the 9th, in 10 days' time, which is the 19th of August 2024, they are going to open the options. So in 10 days' time, on the Bitcoin for some recruitment process to start across board for Commonwealth countries. So don't do it today, don't do it tomorrow. Wait until the 19th of August before you put in an application for to come as a soldier. Now, it's going to go through a process or through some steps. It's called from the 19th of August, the Army is accepting applications from various sectors. One, musicians and paratroopers. Of course, they will also look at royal engineers, technicians, gasmen, engineers, and so on and so forth. So, but the major one now are musicians and paratroopers. Musicians, not more stage today. That is not here more specialist skills as musicians, such as one, those who can play the trumpet very well. If you can blow the trumpet with perfection, those are the people they are looking for. Those who, so somebody is saying, of course, incommodate. David is not talking about incommodate and co. We are talking. So you must, you see, and you are paying on training. You must already have the skill. So you must already play a musical instrument to a high standard, and are required to pass an audition. So you know how they do this American Got Talent and those things. You have to go and audition and things like that. You have to sing for them to check whether you pass. that is what you do. So you come for an audition, you play the musical instrument to a high standard, and you must be able to meet that standard. You must be able to, this includes contrasting two pieces. In other words, you must be able to play about two different pieces of musical instruments. If that is the case and you pass, then you may be accepted for the British Army. Interesting. Gone are the days or gone are the years. Who thinks music will be anything? Nothing, but today it's a different ball game. So technical exercise, of course. So we'll go through the facts that we are a good musician alone doesn't mean you go through. You must be able to pass your physical exercise, your sight, your reading, your oral perception, your hearing, and everything. Everything will be assessed before you'll be deemed to be a person who has passed, or you'll be eligible for the assessment or to be enlisted into the British Army. So that is it. So one for paratroopers and also for younger musicians. So let's bear that in mind. That is from the 19th of August 2024. This month, in 10 days' time, the option is going to be open. Number one, or let me say the next thing is you can join us a soldier. A soldier, what is the age? You must be at least 16 years old, a maximum of 34 years old. So 16 years or 34 years, 16 to 36, 20 years gap, 16 to 36 years old, you can join us a soldier. So that is for your information. Now this can change depending on the role you wish to play in the army or the job specification. So even though they say 16 years, it can go beyond that. They say 36 years, it may go beyond that depending on the job specification for you. So that is as a soldier. Then if you want to join as an officer, the age is between 18 to 29. 18 to 29. As a soldier is 16 to 36. As an officer is 18 to 29. 18 to 29. Higher age limits may apply for specialists, example, doctors, nurses, and lawyers, accountants. Those people can have a higher age limit. If you join as a professional into the army or as an officer into the army, you may have a higher age limit to get into that. Some of us, we have passed that. So if you want us to join the army, then you are just telling us we should go and die. Because if we even run 2 meters, then we are breathing and panting. So it's for the young people to go and join that. Now, if you want to, if you are over 30s, higher age limit may apply. Example, doctors over 30s are considered only by exception on a case-by-case basis. Contact the army directly if you would like your case assessed due to your age. So if you are more than 30 years and you want to join the army and you want the army to consider your case because of the specialist skill you have, then you have to contact the army directly. They will assess your case based on your age and they will make a determination on that. And that is where we start with that. Then to join as a reservist. So first is a soldier, then an officer, then a reservist. If you want to join as a reservist, that is minimum age of 18 years and the maximum age of 42 years. As a reservist, soldier, officer, reservist. The reservist, 18 to 42 years and 6 months. So you're almost getting to 43 years, but you have to join before your 43rd birthday. So please take note of that. Take note of that. You have to join before your 43rd birthday. And that is where you will be. It's all based on assessment. Now, there are higher age limits for specialist roles. As a reservist officer, you can join from 18 years minimum to 48 years and 9 months. So the army has different catchment, different categories. First, it starts from 16 to 36, 18 to 29, and then from 18 to 42, then 18 to 48, 9 months, so almost 49 years. But when you cut 50 per day, and please don't waste our time. Don't even go at all, because at 50 the energy level has dropped. So don't even go and die for us. Please, we need you here. So some of us are automatically out. Now, so that is the recruitment strategy or the age limits that you can join. I've said 19th of August 2024. Now, visa application process. Now, this visa application process is purely self-funded. The army will not give you any money for you to go through the process. And your brother, your sister, your uncle, your auntie, your nephew, your niece are Omo Ghana, and they want to come and join the British Army, you can support them. You can support them financially in terms of providing your bank statement and your pay slips, because young man, 19 years, young man, 22 years, when you're university, on your juma, obey then approve set or not, enough money to look after himself through the process here in the UK. That's not going to be possible. And those of us who are here and can support them financially or can support them in terms with our support, our documents, I would plead with you that if you are able to, please help them to come. Help them to come. But like I said, the process is purely self-funded. The army does not get involved in the financial things at all. They will not give you anything for your application process. And you must have enough money to sponsor yourself, your own visa application, and travel to the UK to complete the selection process and to apply for your AF visa. The army will not give you money, but you must prove that you can support them, you can help them, you can assist them to come to the UK. Now, after making a successful application, you will be invited to complete the basic training in the UK, where your fitness and health will also be assessed. So after completing a successful application, you'll be invited to the UK to come for assessment. Now, and then the application, Emma gentleman be fingerprint of born in Sano, same process, and take a application to extend his visa for him to finish the process. And then the application, another person, a lady 2 weeks ago, and also she came with a visit visa. She went through the process. She's been successful, and the application amounted to extend her leave whilst the army is finishing with the final stages. Excellent lady. She was in the army, actually in Ghana, so it made it easier for her to come and continue with the army in the UK. She was a signaler. Very, very, very good. Very, very smart, cute, and sweet lady. She's gone through everything. But she was assisted by the uncle who is here, and holding the supporting documents in the supporting. Brilliant. And everything went successfully. Young application and I wanted to make the second application now for the army to finish their process. Now, what kind of application is SSO? Well, so we have Ghana, Ghana, if you are JSS, we more than 60, and our SSS, we 18 years, 19, 20, 21, 22. Our person of a bar. Man started application process now. From the 19th, say, the portal for the recruitment on such application process. Right now, near Amino Air can say, from what we see, almost see, from the 19th of August 2024, the Army is accepting applications from musicians and paratroopers through the Recruitment Bounty Referral Scheme. Recruitment Bounty Referral Scheme. Recruitment Bounty Referral Scheme. RBRS. Now, what is the meaning of Recruitment Bounty Referral Scheme? In other words, sir, we are army officer, sir, when you be army officer, and not official, a 7 army officer in the UK. Not ultimately, I recommend the OB, sir, Sammy pay, now recommend sir, Munjin into the army. That is the means of the area recruitment from the 19th of August. So you need an army officer or a 7 officer to recommend you or to encourage you to get into the army in the UK. With that, the person who recommends you will get £500. The army will pay them £500 for recommending somebody to join the British Army. So that is the Recruitment Bounty Referral Scheme. It's a way of saying thank you to the army officers or serving officers who recommend other people. And she said, Unia bi wɔ Ghana, ana unim obi wɔ Ghana, unim Ghana ni bi wɔ kurom ha a ɔyɛ army officer, ana ɔwɔ army no mu. Obetumi refer and obetumi recommend obi unua bi o sister o brother o uncle o niece o nephew bi ma saa nipa no enye recommendation no through the recruitment bounty referral scheme. And no, it adds a lot of weight to the application. So saa nipa no recommending the army will take into account. They may give a letter. Once the person will make the application from Ghana, and say unia no ana ubana wa Ghana, and so your application from Ghana. Or if you Ghana, amudi letter every say I do application item and to come for assessment. Nti sa ami letter na amudi amana no as a sub or visa application process no or the can we are now the back for the to the UK for the application to be assessed, for him to be assessed, to assess your eyes, your hearing, your sense of smell and everything, to assess you totally. The soldiers you have to be crystal clear in terms of health. Among pet problems, we are you see mover. You are asking, what are we doing? You see hider. I think you are saying you are raising your head to see what is no. They don't want that, so they want to be sure that you are up to scale. And see that is where the process is. So the application should be made from Ghana through the standard visitors visa route to the British Army, the recruitment team. From the 19th, when the portal is open or when the admission process is opened, even if you don't have anybody in the army who will recommend you, as long as your application process can go through, please submit it. Just submit it. Let your brother, your sister, your uncle, your nephew, your niece, let them submit it. Hey, dear, they don't have enough people through the recommendation. If they don't have enough people through the recommendation, then obviously they will fall on the people who applied by themselves. And nothing here say, when you will be or army no more, when you will be also be recommend you, you must be able to therefore apply by yourself and put in all the evidence that you need to support your application. But say will be so already recommend you, I'm gonna recommend you. Yeah, application is from Ghana. Once the army gives you the letter, add it to the visa process. But so when to me and you Ghana now with the visit visa every do go away more, you can still apply to join the army. They would assess you. Say are you successful? To me an extension of your visa while the army is finishing the process. Only a process now, then they will take over from there. So I've talked about the age, I've talked about the application process. What kind of application do you have to make? A visit visa application, standard visit visa application that SSF we have. So you go online, apply for visit visa. When you apply for the visit visa, you have to add evidence to show say uba sayako. Number one, say aminama uniane letter na onfa enkaho. When here bank statement, 6 months bank statement of wa hana upeso di support uniano. But 6 months bank statement, 6 months pay slips, account. A copy of your passport, account. For tenancy agreement and our mortgage document, account. With these documents, and not home office case work and also packed or ubia, not ubia, uba, or better me assure through the timer who will have for the assessments. They will look at that and then make a determination based on that. So you need your bank statements. So one person now we Juma, of course, you need your own bank statement showing that there is money in it, showing that you are working the position in which you are, and you will go back. What they want to see is, will you go back after the assessment in the event that you are not successful? Will you go back? What shows that you will go back? Do you have some work you go back to? You have to look at all of that before they determine the visa application. The fact that Aminama or letter no and yet automatic say the visa never it's not guaranteed. The case workers have their own mind, they make their own assessment. The army cannot influence that process. The army cannot and will not influence that process. In this country, everybody perform their role in accordance with the rules that are laid for them. The army will not put pressure on the Home Office to issue visas. It will not happen. But Sir Uwo sad documents or letter from the army, add it to it. I am sure it will speak volume for you. Now it goes on to say they will give you 6 months visit visa. Mercy subium, Sir Upapa, Umame, Unia, and sponsor wa. Ma bank statements, letter and counsel, young na sponsor your bay. Na at least him said there's some money behind you that you can use to support yourself whilst you are in the UK. Now, during this time, the need to meet all the requirements to obtain a visa, including notifying the Home Office of where you will be staying in the UK and that you have sufficient funds to support yourself for this period. The Army is not able to influence the process at all. You get a letter from the Army inviting you to attend an assessment center, which you should attach to your visa application. This will not guarantee your application process, but it is very important that you can attend to it. Your visa application is successful. If it is successful, you should cover your own basic training, at which point you will be given exemption stamp. Now, if the application and everything is successful, on stamp a passport exemption, which means that you can travel in and out of the UK with the Army. That is called you'll be exempt from immigration control. But today, tonight, the next morning, they say we are going to Afghanistan. You have to be prepared to go. You can't visa. Or you are in the Army, the next morning, they say we're going to Canada. You have to get ready to go. The next time we're going to Australia. The next time we're going to Russia. The next time we're going to Germany. You have to be ready to go. And because of that, you have more visa, you're exempt. You are exempt from immigration control. That is, as soon as the Army says, Jack, you are ready to go anytime and you come back upon return. So that is what it is. Now, after this, you'll be able to serve in the Army for 5 years. After 5 years, you can bring during that 5 years, what to mean, your family, your wife or your husband and your children, they will all come and join you here in the UK as an Army officer here in the UK. So that is very important. Your visa, if your visa is successful, you should cover your own costs until you start your basic training, at which point you will be given exemption stamp. If you are close to your visa expiry date and you have not started basic training, you may be required to return to your country of origin and apply to come back. And sometimes, visa if you have 6 months, by 1 month. Now, by the time I'm assessment, visa will not only assessment now. 2 options. I'm going to say apply to the Home Office to extend your visa, and I'll go back to your country for your application. Let's say back. Now, I'll prefer to do it here rather than to go to Ghana, which also call. I want to be about the one. All the training and in your own is going to waste. So that is what can happen. Now, all right. If you are accepted for service after basic training is completed, you will be exempt. So first of all is the basic training that you'll be given, exempt visa. And then after you have been fully completed, you'll be given a visa which is subject, which you are exempt from immigration control under Section 84A of the Immigration Act of 1971. Section 884, Section 8, subsection 4A of the Immigration Act 1981, which means you are in the service and you will get a vignette in your passport to show this. The exemption is ended on discharge. If you are discharged for whatever reason, either sickness or anything, or for whatever reason you are discharged, your exemption ends. But you could also apply to extend another Appendix FM rules in the UK. But so many for 5 years, then you can apply for your settlement, indefinite leave to remain, and your family members who are on with you would also make the same application to stay here in the UK. All right. Now, sir, a family member is in the UK with a visit visa, they cannot switch to the Army route, so they have to apply from outside to join you here as a family member of an Army officer. But if they are here with a visit visa, they cannot switch to Netherlands. So like I said, after 5 years, you'll be able to get your stay in the UK for indefinitely. And then after 1 year, you get your British citizenship. You naturalize as a British citizen. Financial requirements. The current minimum income requirement, MIR, to bring a family member or family members is £23,496, 23496, 23496. That is what is required for you to bring your family members. That is, so why you're successful. You've been taken into the army, full-time job now. Family bar, you need to be earning 23496. Obviously, you end that. The army is not going to give you less than that. So you can then bring your family members to join you here in the UK. Now, the application fee for your family members will be $2,468. You have to apply for them to come to the UK. So, generally, yes, from the 19th of this month, the army is going to open the portal for recruitment. And it is going to be through the Recruitment Bounty Referral Scheme. So when you move Ghana, when you move UK Army Moha, still put in the application. They may not have enough people, and then they'll fall back to by ourselves. So please go ahead, make the application, encourage them. Please support them with your bank statement, your pay slip, and everything, so that they can make the application, come and join the British Army from the 19th of August this year. We don't know when the recruitment will end, but this things, it comes and then it goes. And to say, once our banner, put in the support them with the documents that you can, so that they can also come and at least experience the life in the UK, particularly in the army. Nana, I believe there are some questions. I'm happy to answer them. This one, on this topic or any other topic, I'm able to respond to it. Thank you, Nana.
Thank you very much, Lawyer, for your wonderful presentation. And question with regards to the British Army recruitment. I'll be to me, Ebusa. Now say anything with regards to UK immigration rules, and also no with me Ebusa. Yanko zoom no so na yemfa omo dada iPhone me bacho akwanya ho obetimi Ebusa wasem. Rack bacho obetimi Ebusa wasem.
Hello, good evening. Thank you very much. Pacho, may the question concerning student visa. Yes. May buy wait on the student route, but due to financial challenges, I opted for absence of leave of absence. And I need to right now. We have solved the school fees aspect, and I need to return. And my school nature, where I ended from, that's where I'll be starting, which is next year, 2025 January. But my visa also end date year, 25th January 2025. But almost I mean, so maybe start here free, like 2025 January, and I'll be baby say, and then I'm betting I have like the visa expiry and my school continuation. Medase.
Amen, Mr. Rack. Thank you for asking your question. Very, very, very informative. Now, what's the time when I'll visit Uno?
January 2025.
January 2025.
And I'm actually resuming school so on January 2025.
Okay. So, are you still in the UK or you've left already?
No, I applied for the leave of absence, but now me say me come back, I resolve issue, but I was here and we did everything, and it was solved whilst I was in UK.
Okay, so in that case, if you're going to resume before your student's visa expires, you may then be able to take an additional letter, the cast from the university, if they will give you a further one to extend your visa in the UK. Sometimes they insist that you go back to your country to apply to come back in. So I would advise that this is something you have to do. Check with the student recruitment, the international recruitment team in the school, and make sure you have the right information. The university will give you the best information so that you don't wait until then and then they tell you, well, you've started but your visa is expiring. Please check with them. If you need to go out and apply to come back in, please look at that as soon as possible. Alternatively, if whilst you were here, you formed any relationship, maybe you have a child or you have a partner, you're still here legally, and you want to switch to your partner route or to the parent route, that takes you off the student route and you can still attend your university whilst you're here legally. So that is also some options for you to look at. Okay?
Thank you very much, lawyer. But the alternative one, you mean if I switch into my partner route, I can still school, right?
Yes, you can still school as a foreign student, but in that case, you are not subject to the student rules that you have to work for 20 hours or you have to extend. I mean, you are no longer subject to the student rules. You are subject to the partner route, and you can carry on with your schooling as you wish to. Yeah?
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Diana, Pacho, waiting a question.
Yo, me pacho me das. Me pacho me so me question you know. Manwura mu ntem de but na me bisa say bia me wo busuani bi wo Ghana na ne sika mu ye duru a obetimi a sponsor me free Ghana e de aba na ebia abusuafo na wo UK hanse no mo so mo de kakra aka ho ana. E na me question e to so me no so ne say bia wo the health work visa ne ba ya obetimi apply for amini biana me patcho me questions ni me that's it.
Yo ma menko Auntie D. Okay.
But
if I show sikano cheze ni awu bisa sponsor no cheze obi opeso ko amini one anu ntina obi sana.
Me patcho ane.
Oh yes. So the visit visa application from the standard visitors visa application. There's something we call third party support. Third party support just say if you are one kasankasa wouldn't need enough money to take care of your travel, your feeding and everything. A family member over Ghana, it could be your father, your mother, your uncle, your brother, your sister, an auntie. Somewhere they can say yes, yes, sponsor no. And yes, sponsor 50%. Many are now you can so also sponsor 50%. So third party support is allowed, so it can be done. The only thing is sometimes the Home Office these days will focus a lot on the individual's own personal circumstances. Because yes, you support you, who anti support you, but one kasa yes support you no. There's a situation so yes, third party support is allowed, but the Home Office can also give all sorts of reasons. But I would say still go ahead with it and let's see how it goes. The second question has to do with what was that again, ma'am?
So what the health work visa?
Healthcare. Yes. So there is no restrictions as to who cannot switch or who can switch. Especially if you're on a visit visa, you can go to the army. But if you are on a health and care visit visa, and also you can still go into the army. But remember, sir, so what health and care is a skilled worker as well. You are supposed to be working with your employer. And if you can juggle the two, when it's time for training, maybe you take time off from your employer, you're on leave. During your leave period, you go for the training and everything is successful, and then the army takes you, they just move on to the army. Yes, as long as you are sitting now, genuinely, you are able to move on to the army. Students are not too certain because of the restrictions on a student visa. You might have some difficulties, but yes, it is possible to move on to the army if you're on a skilled worker visa. As for dependents, they are so easy for them because they can work anywhere. So dependence is more easier for them to join the army if they meet the requirements. So yes, ma'am, it can be done.
Yeah, me that's it.
Yeah,
And that's it. Yemfa test mbacho yetio.
Lawyer, me read me part as a question and I'm a person be sana na leading no woman or kasa na kasa. But again no na me bisa say yeah ya wa na ye issue health and care visa no. Bebre yen hu bebre na gaza adwuma na gaza yenye binye ti ase wo fie nti I think say opportunity say e be me apply. But then I'm a person be bisan say enkoye say omonka say oh because say already in your sponsorship or handing is it not going to have any impact? Because
until you get in, you wouldn't know what it is. I had to say Nyoka say enkoye say oba na me papa warning on and worry. In life sometimes you take the chance. You can never be too sure as to whether the woman or the man you are marrying is going to have babies or not. And so you go ahead and get married, hoping that it will work out. That is what I'm saying. Yes, you're on a sponsorship. Yes, you're expected to work with a sponsor, but there is no restriction which says that you cannot switch into another category. If you go, you do the assessment and you are successful and the army takes you, you switch into the army. If it is not successful, at least you tried. There is no guarantee that it will succeed or it won't succeed. So yes, take the chance, go for it, move it out, put in everything, and I'm sure you'll consider it. You never know. You can never be too sure about these things. Yes?
Okay, but that's it.
Especially if the age is on your side. So age, if you're within the age range, you should be fine. In fact, Obi, I'm personally currently advising Obi in the same situation. In John, this health and care thing, but he is a dependent. Now he takes time off from work and then he goes for the assessment. And so far he's gone through I think 2 stages. The test stage is going to need about I think a few days. So strategically he's planning so that he'll be off from work and go for his assessment. Once he's successful, he goes on to the army. So yes, go for it, please. If it doesn't work, you try. At least you try.
All right, yo. Yemfa aba enso entraso. Aba mbacho yetio.
Good evening, lawyer. Mbacho mpese bisa se. So ukra health and care bisa na beti ma sponsor obi ema na beye akwa amina na.
Yes, of course. So Nipana Urbano, as a sort of person, or enough funds to pay the application fee for food, for travel to the to the camp back and forth. Into Sawu help a case so not you have enough funds. Can take care of requirements. Maybe you have rented a place. Or new wetna who are enough money in the account to show that be an play fair and then have this application fee. Make me a support here. Yes, to me. I support it in that we can sponsor the person. But like I said, it is not a guarantee that the visa will be granted. The Home Office, the entry clearance officers, they make their own decision based on the way they look at the case. You can add the whole world and they still will say they are not satisfied. Or you can add something small and the caseworker will say, I am satisfied. So you just have to go for it. Yeah, you can sponsor.
Okay.
That's Yemfa Olivia so entraso. Olivia mbacho yetio.
Yeah, I mean that's it. Patron person bisa say be obi wo Ghana ba or your police officer. Or not to me apply na.
Yes, ma'am. As long as the age is within the age. Soldier is 16 to 36. Officer 18 to 29. Service is 18 to 42. As a reservist officer is 18 to 48. As long as all fall within that age range, as a police officer, I know an advantage because in the security service they are so that's a very good area to start. In fact, the lady talked about who came and is now going through the process. Ononoye, army officer. She's a not a top officer, but now a 7 personnel, and everything is successful. And she's here. She's almost through the process. She's gone or done all the physicals, the everything, and she's fine. Yes, the police officers in Ghana, if you go for it.
Okay. Secondly, say as an officer, I know, sir, Ghana, well, I stand to be corrected. Say, be officer. Usually, normal person, or university degree, a hand, so does it apply to it like that, Serbia? To be a graduate and sana, you can apply to be an officer.
Well, it depends. Not necessarily, because the way the perception we have for things back home is totally different from the way these people. Now, even the recruitment here, sometimes you don't even have to have maybe SSS level, DSS level, and they will train you. They will train you to go. It's more about the training. And then your manager, one course school, but because of the skill and the training they have, they are the manager. Can have all the degrees in the world, and you still be another person.
Yeah.
So here. The army, once they take you, they will train you to fit into the what they have. So you don't have a university degree, a PhD, or postgraduate, or a polytechnic degree. As long as they have assessed you, your hearing, your sight, and everything, and they think that you are fit, and they will train you.
Okay. Thirdly, lastly, obi a maybe obviously musical instrument, about trumpet ni penti me person me say be a organist ni be on my jazz drums ni those things bono ni guitar no ono so ye eligible to apply.
Well, for right now they are talking about the trumpeters, but of course, don't limit, or nobody should limit themselves to. Come on, let me tell you the truth. If some of us were ourselves by the requirements of life, we would never progress in life.
Okay.
Go and you clearly see that you don't fit the requirements at all, but you have confidence, and somehow the confidence you are looking for. And true, yeah. So just whether it's a guitarist, it's a pianist, it's a trumpeter, whatever it is, as long as they have some musical skill in terms of playing musical instrument, I would say put it in. You never know.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Frank and Tuaso Emsa ba asaman is as a bit about later. Frank, but you. Hello, Frank.
Nana.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm Patrick. Right. Thank you very much for allowing me on the platform. Lawyer Nyamisha or Nejuma we.
I'm trying
Me pacho me question no ye 2-in-1. The decline me pesi me hu linka ubi to me apply for army recruitment no. And second question also no fane se Ghana ni a oti baby to say Dubai ubi to me apply from there na amana ye.
Perfect. Yes, the link will be out on the 19th. You go to the UK Army recruitment site. You go call her. It will show you the link. And God willing, when it starts, and I'll go and see if I can the link. The next time, let's send it to the platform, and I mean, let's send him out, Nana, and he can put it out there. I'll look for the link and then send it out there. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
One is who are Dubai, who are Qatar, who will be there. Not legally. Yes, you can apply from that country. So anyone who are sitting from that country, they can apply to come to join the army. But illegally, and when you're sitting over, then they cannot apply to come to join the army.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, bro.
Right. Aba assign amanens as in Tian Quaba. Aba you.
Yo, but lawyer, the question here, visa and what's it? That makes maybe sana.
Yeah.
Okay. The pacho, because me create account for the e-visa, but me create me say me I say me account for it. Into me bisa me reference, but unfortunately, me the lawyer be na yema. A lawyer no so me who say see my friend crime ko. Nti me hu the me me say reference no. So betimi a check me kwan bi a me hu reference na.
Send media. Lawyer no send
Mpacho nyewa. I would have any problem.
All right. Okay. Now what stage when I will do it?
It's that and I see me creating account. Into account and I see me
no. Okay, if it says create account, you now have to use your own email and your own telephone number. You are creating a fresh account all over. So don't worry about near lawyer no the details not lawyer ni use here and you so what email there?
No email.
Or telephone number, obviously.
So, telephone number, that's it.
Yeah, so that is what it is. Create account. You use your own email, you use your own telephone number. Now, to me the be and now baby. I a second person, just in case you are not able to access it yourself, there's somebody who can always access it for you. So you'll be the first person, you create it. After you've created yours, the next stage is you do want to ask somebody as like somebody who can check it for you, etc. You can add somebody to it. So don't worry about whatever the
reference number.
Yes. So don't worry about that at all. You create fresh account. Right.
Okay. That's it.
Lawyer, mami emfa ensi sunsun busa say reference number na all kana anyibia enye the application or yeah unya that visa no reference na busa na.
Baby. And now, when it creates the e-visa or the e-visa account, they will ask you your full name, date of birth, and obviously your place of birth. The card now, there's a reference number on the card. We share the card, the right top hand corner, box B or rectangular box B or numbers B. Those are the numbers they ask for.
That's the reference number.
Yes. Then it will generate a 16-digit number for you. That becomes your reference number subsequently if you're contacting the Home Office. So what I advise people is, if you do it on your phone, please take a screenshot at every stage so that you can always refer to it if you have to. So every stage, one stage, take a screenshot. Go to the next, take a screenshot. So by the time you finish, you have a screenshot of all the stages. If you need to go back to refer to something, just go to your gallery, check it, and you'll be able to retrieve that information.
God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you too.
Thank you.
Nana and so Ewahanum. Nana, Bacho, go ahead and ask your question. Bacho, me or me too. You leave it. I won't need to hear. Yeah, go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, lawyer, good evening.
Good evening, my brother. How are you doing?
I'm good. But I'm just say be up to apply for UK military now. Sorry, UK military now. Maybe an example of Qatar and also Dubai or no apply we be here strong ties and now say be or a certain hunty here strong ties be.
Well, sir, as a matter of fact.
Hi darling, it's 9 o'clock, 9:15.
Okay, right, thank you. As a matter of fact, you will be making a visit visa application, standard visit visa application.
I see the bed. My man.
Aban Pacho, check it, mami. Yeah. All right, me that's
okay. So, with a family unit, then that is a strong time. As a student, and as a worker, then of course you will have to take into account whether you are likely to go back there if the process is not successful here. So anything that will make the caseworker believe that you will go back, That is what you have to add to it. You can't add what you don't have, so you can only use what you have. Sometimes somebody says you don't need a bakery. All you need is 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. And that is what you have to have, and that is what you do. Go with. Use what you have in Dubai, Qatar, wherever you are. If you're a student, if you're a family member, if you're a worker, use the evidence to show that if the application is not successful in the UK, you always go back there. I'm sure they'll consider it for you.
Okay, much that's it.
And that's it. Yo, I was here for looks I said, and you may be a neat question. Oh, okay. In fact, last one, in fact, next section in Brevia. Fatima, Bacho, you and you may. Unmute yourself.
Okay, good evening, Doc.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask, for those of us in Ghana, unemployed, trying to apply for the military, how do we then prove that if we don't get it, we go back to our home country? Because it's like you don't have a job back home that you can use to prove.
Yes.
How best do we go about it?
Okay, so if you have any family support, you can to say your uncle, your auntie, your brother, your sister, your friend, etc. in Ghana who wants to support you, or the family in the UK who is sponsoring you. After all of that, you pray.
Praise Allah.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Miracles still happen, you know. I've seen it every.
It still happens. Miracle still happens. Right. Your lawyer, at this point, yabeje Ola's way Saudi Bejain na fi contact details say yepese kasa na yenhwe say bia next week in so no de yebeka ho asem. I'm even thinking say ekwan bebam nanka yebenya military officer bi nanka oni abebon komo how things go at their camper. Can also be boy. Yeah.
So Adam Fobi, he was in the military. He's left in the UK military actually. Now in the University of Cape Coast, he came and he got when I was doing cleaning, he went into the army and then became an officer, blah 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 blah. He's now gone out. I'll see if I can speak to him. Elder, he's an elder in the Church of Pentecost. I'll see if I can speak to him. Then I am sure I'll see if we can get him on this program to give us some insight as to
that would be very helpful because lawyer binu mo ono ma training no na ya na esuro so training na yebeko no na esuro ti o ma mechirichiri mu se de training na ade ezifate
please don't talk about the training because who the training to and all the company are doing change. Just say for the young people, yes, that is fine. But at my age, I want to enjoy life. Share.
And secondly, lawyer, me say a great opportunity because me on Amphobia Brea, they went through the army after serving a certain period of time. Okita ni book, British book, or the year opeso ye bia, opeso ko school, ujai army no now ko school where we or ye professional opeso yankasa. But some of us ye war mentality be say uko military na ye do be call war into won kokra. It if we yenya obia wakomu no be mind the experience be boy to enlighten us so that those things are ye dwene say British army and all kwa media say anything na yetimi aboa ye nuanom so e Ghana.
Yeah, that's it. You do your own search. I also do my contact and see. But look, last week I talked about programming. We have all been programmed. All of us, every one of us has been programmed. And see, if you Ghana Basabo Pride in the left hand, Eddie Bimema Okrumha. You don't want to take it. Why? Because you are programmed that the left hand is used for certain things. That is how we have been programmed. But Obroni and the left hand doesn't mean anything, it's just a hand. That is another programming. So we've been programmed. We've been programmed that the army, they are full of bullies, they'll bully you, they'll move you here, it's totally different. Some people are in the army, they are officers, they've never been to any battlefield. They are officers, some are cooks, some are in the kitchen. Of course, you go to the training, you will. But it could be an accountant, it could be a doctor, it could be a nurse, it could be what do you call it? Name it in the army. It could be a cook, it could be a chef, it could be anything. So we have to reprogram ourselves so that the army is not as strict or as harsh, probably, as we think it in our mind. So that in fact, my son, I see he wants to join the U.S. Army. So I said yes. In fact, initially I said, no, you can't do that because you'll be taken to war to face bullets. And then he said, no, he wants to join the army. I said, okay, it's a good idea to join the army, but I want you to go as an officer. So I want you to become a lawyer, an attorney, then become an army officer. And he said, yes, Daddy, that is a good idea. Is it a whole thing? So we have to reprogram our children differently, and then I'm sure the army will be a lovely place to be. And your Wise Smart Solicitors, number 8 to 9, the 8 to 9, the Print House, 18 to 22, Ashwin Street, your Dalston Junction, behind the McDonald's, close to the Dalston Market. Udu Dalston Market, now beside Ajua, beside Adum, Money Matters, Mohammed, Katie Restaurant, any of them. Sir Upe, Lawyer Wisdom, or Wise Man Solicitors, they will direct you to where we are. You come to the McDonald's, we are directly behind the McDonald's. 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, 8 to 9 the Print House. Dalston Junction, London E8 3DL. E8 3DL. Telephone number is 0208 0165 384. 0208 0165 384. Mobile number is 079 31 411 042. 079 31 411 042. Thank you, Nana. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be of service to our people. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. So when you're sitting now, please don't hang around places where there can be problems, because the Secretary of State says, the Home Secretary said they're going to target. Where is this coming from? The Secretary, sorry, there's a fly that what's happening. The Secretary of State says they are going to target barbering shops, car wash bases, these people who have been selling hair products, etc., etc. Please, if you know you don't have the right to be in the UK, certain places, please try to avoid them. They haven't started yet. As soon as we hear any information, we'll get you out for our people to be safe. And also, the Home Office is giving notice to the banks, to some banks, to close accounts of people who don't have the right to be in the UK. I have a client whose account was closed. He had a lot of money in it. So when I'm sitting now, as much as possible, men just can't account no be brazer. Because the day Home Office got back to the bank and said, if you close your account, you may end up forfeiting your money. So if you can, Debbie will to run your day to day, but the please keep taking your money out of your account so that eventually you can go and put your money back in the account. Thank you. God bless. That's a net. The years were mad. Nana, thank you.
Yo, like any on that note, no na any mesan e de account ho so say wo tap send account now wo tap send wallet utimi save up to 50,000 Ghana on your tap send wallet, and you can keep it for 2 years. I will use it will still be there for you. So I encourage you, if you need tap send, call App Store, Play Store, now download the tap send now also for the ujuma. Oko my Ghana mu na usika ewo wallet mu ubitimi use said ye o send sika ama ubi o Ghana na no ude aye ni opesa ude bia. Ahanomo ene brebe man ho kwan ye do ebesi midin ene na Kwame Osaititu nyame amba na yeda so tiasia. Yebesan Asia next week. Nemum Shenenson on this same platform every Wednesday bia the doctors ebaso ema can health issues ehwasem and inti ubetimi ni Asia every Wednesday bia UK time 8 to 9 and no OT Health Talk. Wednesdays Thursdays time with tap say not Friday as the lawyer yebeda say ene enyumre nyame yadoma yebesan no Asia next week.
Yes, it's it.
Mr. Mankwa, me office was saying this cabane de awie project no. Eso de bia me office ka mane wo problem.
Enemremu. Na monte tap sending kan.
No so ne de.
Tap send dey easy, fast and secured way. Ubetimi send this free amanone. Aba Ghana bank account and as a mobile money account. Untia transfer fee bia.
Sir, I obey any say.
Chine say won ko App Store na Play Store. On download the tap send app no. Or download ya ebebusan so promo code o ma de pet TV nshim obenya €5 £5 and answer $10 on his first transfer
ene me kwa friend aka akire
tabi minyanwie esanse tap send e the good news aba tap send the gene customers wonti or the tap send wallet aba
no obey any say
so your customer wo UK sisia ubetimi akọ tap send app no wa create wallet wo so. Enti se rate ne kosora now the sika kogu wallet no anase mpo betimi atosusu nkakra enti abere sem a opeso send sika ba Ghana no anse wa send sika na ba Ghana anase oba o my Ghana mu a watimi use sika e wo wallet no tie
eni set say use momo Ghana hayiru
sa pepepe se si tap send atre na him kopiem wo United Arab Emirates, Netherlands and Austria. Tap sender now.
No.
Hello, this is Lawyer Wisdom of Wismart Solicitors. Join me this and every Friday on OT TV from 8 to 9 p.m. for all your UK immigration matters. I hope to see you there. Thank you.